Cable and Robert Warren Mobile Television Productions presents the St. Lawrence Homes High School Football Game of the Week, exclusively on Time Warner Cable. Tonight, the Broughton Capitals take on the Wake Forest Roseville Cougars in the first round of the state playoffs. And tonight's game is brought to you by St. Lawrence Homes, thoughtfully designed, carefully crafted. And also by Time Warner Cable, the power of you. From Wake Forest Roseville High School, it's our second week in a row and fourth time for this 2006 season. The field is bare, but moments from now we will begin this high school football playoff game between two teams that know each other very, very well. Hi again, everybody. I'm Greg Mayer along with Paul Doherty. Paul, the 2006 high school football playoffs are now here.
Well, I said last week it doesn't get any better than this, describing a Leesville-Wake Forest matchup for the Cap 7 championship, but actually it does get a little bit better. This is the first round of the playoffs. We've got a Cap 7 rematch in store for you tonight as Broughton, the Capitals, a team that beat Wake Forest for their only loss in the Cap 7 on the road here in the state first round of the playoffs at Wake Forest Roseville, and it's going to be a great, great first-round matchup.
Well, you couldn't get any better. This is almost like a mini Cap 7 conference tournament here on the road to the state championship, or maybe to the state Final Four, if you will. We're going to be here each and every week, and we hope you will too. You know, you look at these two teams. They met earlier on in the season, and it was an exciting game, but, you know, a little bit different temperature-wise. Boy, it was a little colder, and we had a lot of rain in the area that day. Tonight, totally different.
Well, tonight's just an absolutely perfect night for football. The field's in pretty good condition, although it's a little mushy out there. It has rained during the week, but a beautiful night tonight. 5 weeks ago, however, it was raining cats and dogs all night long, and very tough footing for all the players. Although, you know, I think the offense gets a little bit of an advantage there as the receivers know where they're going, and the defenders are kind of working in reverse. In any case, it was a shootout. Broughton winning that game 47-30. Could happen that way again tonight, but Broughton's defense made a lot of adjustments since then, averaging less than 10 points a game, and held Leesville Road to a shutout last week and made one touchdown stand for Wake Forest to play their way into the Cap 7 championship. Of course, that is a three-way tie between Broughton, Wake Forest, and Leesville.
Yeah, so you got Wake Forest Roseville playing really good lately, defensively wise. We'll talk about that in just a second. But first, that Broughton, daunted offense with wide receivers of Lee Brown and Cedarius Wright, and of course their outstanding quarterback Josh Price, who's leading in the state again this year for passing. I mean, what can you do against a team like that? I mean, they have just had some great passing, but it was a running attack and maybe a little misdirection or option that really kept Wake Forest off kilter there in the second half.
That's right. Spencer Terry at running back really provides them with a very credible play action, and they were able to use that so effectively against Wake Forest. Spencer Terry got his yards, but he was a great decoy as well and gave Josh Price lots of opportunity to throw the ball down the field. They threw the screen pass, they threw out in the flats, they threw it all over the place. Now, Wake Forest has made some defensive adjustments. Richard Cotton has moved to safety, as we mentioned last week, and Jamal Perry moving to cornerback, and that was very effective against Leesville Road last week on our broadcast. But we're looking forward to a terrific matchup. I'm not sure it'll be the shootout that it was 5 weeks ago, but in any case, we're going to see what kind of adjustments both of these coaches have made and what they're going to have in store tonight.
And that change happened in result of that Broughton game earlier on in the season. They made that change, and Wake Forest Roseville's defense, as Paul mentioned, 10 points a game that they're giving up since then, and I believe 5 straight wins to end the season, and of course win the share of the conference title. We'll tell you about how they did that. We'll tell you also about how they got a home game here tonight against Broughton despite tying for the conference championship. We'll also have our keys to the game and the kickoff. It's the St. Lawrence Homes High School Football Playoff Game of the Week, exclusively on Time Warner Cable. We'll be right back.
Home. It's a simple word, and building one can be a very rewarding experience when you turn to St. Lawrence Homes. We design and build your home using top quality materials and innovative ideas. St. Lawrence Homes offers design details such as crown molding, tray ceilings, the latest designs in flooring and cabinetry, and more. With a selection of more than 20 floor plans, you'll find the size and design your family needs. Go to stlh.com to view completed homes ready for you now or to start designing your new home. St. Lawrence Homes, thoughtfully designed, carefully crafted, perfectly located.
Hi, I'm Michael Anderson.
And I'm Margaret for Fred Anderson Toyota at the Family Store.
The new 07s are rolling in to Fred Anderson Toyota.
Hundreds of gas-dipping Toyotas are going straight into the clearance zone.
Right now, buy the new 07 4Runner for just $26,490. $26,490. Or get $4,000 off the MSRP on new 07 Sequoias and new 06 Highlanders. All in the clearance zone.
Log on at FredAndersonToyota.com.
And come out today to Fred Anderson Toyota, the Family Store.
And welcome back to the St. Lawrence Homes High School Football Game of the Week, exclusively here on Time Warner Cable. And we are back here once again for a game between the Broughton Capitals and the Wake Forest Roseville Cougars. Second meeting of the season between these two teams, and the fourth meeting overall over the last 2 years. Yes, these two teams met a year ago today, the first night of the high school football playoffs. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by St. Lawrence Homes. When you're thinking of keys to your new home, think of St. Lawrence Homes, thoughtfully designed and carefully crafted. And first for the Broughton Capitals, obviously tonight, protect your quarterback. He has been a key all season long. Josh Price, if you give him time in the pocket, he is going to produce for you and find a receiver downfield. There's head coach Chris Martin for the Broughton Capitals in his third year, as his team will get the ball first, and kicking this one away is number 4, Caleb Epps, and kicking this one away and picking it up. There's number 30 for Broughton, and he's got a good run back, Lamar Scott. Scott is up across the midfield, 45, 40, and finally knocked out of bounds. But a brilliant way to start this high school football game off right. A big play for a talented wide receiver, speedster Lamar Scott here on the kickoff return. And there's head coach Kurt Smith here of the Wake Forest Roseville Cougars in his third season. His team overall this year 7-4, but they drop a game because they play that endowment game. 7-3 overall, 5-1 in the conference. And they've done just fantastic this season. So first down and 10 for Josh Price. So his offensive line, a key to the game. Give him time to throw the football. And here's the run by number 22, Spencer Terry, running back, 6'3", 190. And he gets about a yard, maybe 2 on that play, but not much after that. So a key for the Broughton Capitals, of course, obviously protect the passer. Wake Forest Roseville's got a great defensive line. They need to block well. They need, I think, to have a running game here tonight and stay away from those turnovers, and also stay focused. Stay mentally focused. This is a playoff game. Don't look too far ahead. Tonight is the night you need to focus on. Here's second down. And Price will drop back to pass, throw a screen over here to right. He is going to be hit by Farrell, but he breaks the tackle. He's at the 35, the 30, the 25. He lowers his shoulder, keeps on going down to the 20, and he's inside the 20 at the 19. But there is a penalty flag down on the play that will give us a chance to do our keys to the game for Wake Forest Roseville, Paul.
And I'll tell you what, the keys to the game for Wake Forest tonight are almost the same as they were last week against Leesville Road, and that is to try to keep the Broughton offense, as they try to do this last week, try to keep that Broughton offense off the field as much as possible. And that means good offensive execution. We're going to take another look at this play action pass out in the flats, and one man to beat there, and it looks like Charles Farrell coming up and unable to haul down Sedaris Wright. He is so effective. He was terrific 5 weeks ago against Wake Forest Roseville, and they're looking for a big night for him. So for Wake Forest, it's control that field position, which they didn't do a good job of right on that kickoff return. A good kickoff return for Broughton, so check that into the negative so far for Wake Forest. And to do a good job against Broughton's explosive big play. And that's the other and final key, and that is to stop the big play, because Broughton's got lots of weapons and lots of opportunities to really burn you deep.
That was Albert Rumsey, the defensive tackle, 5'10", 233 pounds, and he is a senior, came in and made that tackle, so it's going to be second down and about 13 for the Capitals. Their quarterback, Josh Price, and their running back is Spencer Terry. The wideouts are Sedarius Wright, Lamar Scott, Torres Sanders, and also Lee Brown. And the offensive linemen are Kendall Giles, Joe Watson, Jordan Jernigan, Andy Leonard, and Will Blum. Here's a second down and 13 pass. He is pressured. He throws it out there. It is incomplete. Big key tonight for Wake Forest Roseville to get that defensive line, that pressure, and keep Josh Price kind of off kilter, kind of shake him up a little bit so he does more of that, and that's throw some incomplete passes, get his timing off. If he can get his timing and rhythm down, he can hurt a defense. And last week, Wake Forest Roseville did a great job against Leesville Rhodes run and shoot offense, or their wide open offensive attack, and they bothered quarterback Taylor Wilson, and he threw 3 interceptions because of it. I think that was a key to the game. The defense really hung tough against the Pride. So here is a third down. He is hit as he throws the ball. It is incomplete, intended for number 30, Lamar Scott, but he was well defended and once again hit as he threw that football.
Broughton likes to use the man in motion and then do a little play action. You'll see Sedaris Wright and that Spencer Terry going through, but look at the terrific pressure by the Wake Forest defensive line as they were not fooled that time, and Brian Phillips almost gets the sack and causes a rushed throw down the field, incomplete.
So Spencer Terry will boot this one away, and I believe it's number 15, Burton White, waiting back deep for this punt return. This one is short and goes out of bounds at the 22. We'd like to thank all of our fine sponsors on the broadcast, and of course our major sponsors, St. Lawrence Homes. And boy, they've done just great here this season and bringing you high school football on Time Warner Cable. And we would like to especially thank St. Lawrence Homes for sponsoring football here on Time Warner Cable in 2006. St. Lawrence Homes, thoughtfully designed and carefully crafted. So Wake Forest Roseville comes out with their quarterback, Brandon Davis, number 2. Senior quarterback, 5'11", 170 pounds. In that wing tee, and Trey Jones in motion. On first down, he will throw. He's got a man. It is caught. 40, and out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Once again, number 19, Courtney Johnson. And Paul Courtney Johnson had a big game last week.
And, in fact, he had the only touchdown in the game as he caught one from Brandon Davis. We talked with head coach Earl Smith all throughout the year. So something he stressed in his game plan and his season preparation was to get Brandon Davis opportunities to throw off play action. And Courtney Johnson gets that ball incomplete out there in the flats, but a good opportunity out there. Looks like Courtney Johnson just stepped out of bounds, and I think the official indicator, the original indication, was a completed pass. But as we were working with the the replay, it was pretty clear that that one was actually out of bounds, so no completion.
Running play was just a yard now, so it's third down and 9 after that great non-completion. Third down and 9 for the Wake Forest Roseville Cougars. Their backs, number 16, Braxton Young, 14, Trey Jones is just a freshman. He will also be there. The split end, Courtney Johnson, and the running backs, of course, fullback Jordan Kramer and Robert Kusenke, the other wingback. 2 wideouts to the right on third down. And Davis will throw on third down. It is incomplete. So it'll be a 4th and 9, and into punt will be the Cougars. So very quickly, these teams changing sides. The guards, Kyle Abishire and Zach Naron. The tackles are Steve Jensen and Rob Mitchell, and the center is Alex Mayo, a 6'2 junior, 255 pounds. So that's the offense for Wake Forest Roseville. I wanted to get that in because I'm not sure if I'll have a chance to next time. 4th down and 9, and into punt is Caleb Epps, who's also the punter. He's the kicker, and it will be down at about the 46-yard line by Richard Cotton. As we thank our sponsors, again, we'd like to thank Time Warner Cable. Of course, these games seen each week, every Friday night at 10:30 and Saturday night at 7 p.m. on Time Warner Cable, and we'd like to thank them for being a sponsor and provider of high school football here in 2006. Time Warner Cable, the power of you. So it's the second possession for the Broughton Capitals. And we'll set the Wake Forest defense for you here in just a second. Broughton 8-3 overall, 5-1. The number 10 seed. They played an endowment game, so they can drop a non-conference loss. So they're 8-2, and they are the number 10 seed in the conference. Here's a running play, and this is Sedarius Wright getting across midfield and then being hauled down at about the 47-yard line of the Wake Forest Roseville Cougars. So, Paul, these two teams, you look at Broughton 8-2 overall. And Wake Forest Roseville, a game back at 7-3. They were tied in the conference at 5-1 apiece, but it was Wake Forest Roseville getting the higher seed. So you wonder, how does something like that happen?
Well, they played to a three-way tie in the Cap 7, and the way they settled it was essentially picking names out of a hat. So instead of going to, say, the regular season schedule or some other kind of way of doing it, it's essentially a flip of the coin. Leesville Road getting the number 1 seed, and there's a big hit. And it gets the crowd fired up, but Leesville Road getting the number 1 seed, and then Wake Forest getting the number 2 seed, even though they had lost to Broughton head-to-head earlier in the year.
And so Wake Forest Roseville gets that number 2 seed, or the number 2 out of the hat as they drew numbers, and they get the number 7 seed in a home playoff game. And that screen pass just hung a little bit too high and too long, and Phillips was able to recover. So it's 3rd down and about 4 yards to go at the Cougar 47. Wake Forest showing blitz. And the pass is down, or the snap from center is down on the ground, a fumble, and Taylor Fisher's looking to get that ball away from Josh Price, but Price was able to get it back, so it's 4th down and long. And Broughton will come on to punt once again. Is Spencer Terry, number 22, and Burton White waiting back at about his 20-yard line. Wake Forest Roseville 7-4 here in 2006 overall, 5-1 in the conference, and a share of the conference championship. And we've got a banner up to highlight that accomplishment. First ever for the school. There's a high punt, nice one that Burton White says, I'm not going after that one. That bounces at the 20 and roll dead at the 15. We got some other participators here of high school football games on Time Warner Cable, and we'd like to thank Gregory Poole, tonight's generator, courtesy of Gregory Poole Power Systems, for power when you need it most.
Well, on 1st down in the first series, Wake Forest went to the pass. They had a couple of incompletions, but that doesn't change the fact that they were making some offensive adjustments, at least from what we had seen them do against Broughton 5 weeks ago, and that is go quickly to the pass. Let's see what they do here. Obviously, we know about their running attack.
There's the fake handoff, and Davis will throw. Tries to hit Kramer out here at the 20, incomplete. Shoved a little bit there afterwards by Taylor Kiker. They throw the flag, they did.
Yeah, it happened right in front of the official, and seemed like he took a split second to think about it, but there was no question that it was a late hit. And the referee taking umbrage and calling the penalty against Broughton High School. We'll see Brandon Davis once again rolling out, this time overthrowing Jordan Kramer, and there's the pat there at the end of the play. But again, Brandon Davis being tasked with throwing a football early for Wake Forest. And as we were saying a second ago, Robert Kinsanke and Denzel Reyna, who we'll see back in the game tonight, wearing jersey number 3. And of course, Jordan Kramer, the fullback, all very successful. The Wake Forest offense with a very reliable ground game, but looking to establish the pass here.
So 1st down and 10 as they move the ball up to about the 29. This is Kasenki, and he is piled up there and brought down on the tackle. Number 54, Matt Schuster, the inside linebacker, along with Wade Snedeker, a 6'1 junior, 185 pounds. So it'll be a 2nd down and about 9. These teams have played each other 4 times over the last 2 years, with Wake Forest getting the better. They've won 3 of those. Winning 31-26 back in 2004, and last year winning both 19-10 and 20-17 in the first round of the playoffs. Here's Kasenki again on 2nd down and 9, and he gets hit and dropped down after another short game. The only loss for Wake Forest, of course, was this year in the wet rain-soaked game here at Trentini Stadium, 47-30.
Since we covered Wake Forest just last week, you might get the feeling that we're a little more familiar with their momentum, which I suppose we are. But let's not forget that Broughton High School beat Wake Forest and finished the season undefeated, and they are ready here in the playoffs. They did a great job against Sanderson High School last week to finish out the year, and Broughton feels like they are on a roll as well. So these two teams feel like they're ready to go.
Davis is looking to throw again. He's got a man out there. It is incomplete. Attended again for Courtney Johnson, senior, 5'11", 150. So it'll be a 4th down, and they will have to punt again. So both teams have had 2 and outs.
And once again, we're looking at a play-action pass as Brandon Davis throws a little off balance there, and although he almost had it right in the hands of Courtney Johnson.
So here's the punt coming up from Caleb Epster, stands at his own 20, gets the low snap, got to get it out of there, he does. Drive kick, and it takes a Cougar bounce inside the 30, the 25, and the 20, and it rolls dead at the 18-yard line. So with 6:05, to go here in the first quarter, still no score on the St. Lawrence Holmes High School football game of the week.
Well, hey, if you're not a Time Warner Cable subscriber, we hope you'll consider the All the Best packages, which start as low as $99.95 per month. All the Best packages include cable, Roadrunner, and digital phone. Time Warner Cable lets you choose the package that is right for you. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
First down and 10 for Broughton. Their third drive start will be the worst they've had so far as they start this one inside their own 20-yard line. They'll line up 3 wideouts to this far side and 1 to the near side. And here's a handoff, and Terry is hit in the backfield and dropped down. Brian Phillips, number 10, the 6', 190-pound junior, flying up there from the right side. And he knew that play was coming to all along.
We saw a lot of that last week against Leesville Road. We were, both of us, reviewing the tapes, on the on-demand channel, as a matter of fact, is how I was doing it, to be honest with you. But downloaded those games on 524. But Brian Phillips and the rest of the defensive secondary really playing their assignments well against Leesville Road last week, and showing it there as they cut that play off before it even got started.
Loss of about 6, calling second down and 16. Sanders in motion, and Price will drop back to pass, looking downfield, throws, it is incomplete, intended for Scott, and number 15 there for Wake Forest Roseville, Burton White, had a hand in there, as that one was thrown just a little high, so it's now third down and long. The last time these two teams met, Wake Forest Roseville came out to an early 12-0 lead. They kept the ball on the ground, were able to matriculate the ball downfield, using that great running attack to score the first 2 touchdowns of the football game, but it was a kickoff return by Lee Brown that kind of sparked the Broughton offense, and they scored 18 unanswered points, led at halftime, and went on to win the football game 47-30. Here's a short game by Spencer Terry, and it will be a long 4th down situation. This is the kind of tempo, though, that the game was last week. Wake Forest Roseville's defense kind of took over the game, and it was just kind of back and forth, and then they had that one scoring drive.
I'll tell you what, I said at halftime last week that 7-0 score was not going to hold up, that Leesville Road was going to come out and score, and Wake Forest Roseville did a great job of containing, and they got a couple of breaks, but no doubt that they were able to hold Leesville Road in that situation.
Burton White letting this one drop again. It's going to roll inside the 40. And finally go out of bounds at the 35. So Wake Forest Roseville will have it first down and 10 there. The Wake Forest Roseville JV team went 9-1 this season. So successful future on the horizon here for Wake Forest, or continuing the success. Went 9-1 this season. Their only loss came to the Broughton Capitals. Of course, their season went 8-2.
That's right. It looks like their JVs are setting up for a big varsity rivalry.
And the only loss that Broughton had in the conference was to Millbrook. Well, so they had a tiebreaker, and Broughton won the conference championship this year. Here's Trey Jones running around the right side for about 3 or 4 yards. Trey Jones, number 14, 5'9", 170 pounds, and just a freshman. Both teams brought up a bunch of freshmen, sophomores from successful JV programs. So it's a gain of, I'll call it 5. So it'll be second down and 5. So Wake Forest Roseville goes 6-1 over their final 7 games. Their only loss to that Broughton Capital team that we see on the other side of the field. Since then, the Cougars have won 5 straight, led by a running back like that, and the running of Jordan Kramer as he dives over the pile and keeps on rumbling up to midfield. and the 50-yard line.
Well, in games that we've covered where Wake Forest's passing game got off to a slow start, it seemed like they always went to the big fullback, Jordan Kramer, to get things going. And he knows how to break tackles at the point of attack and find open space out there, and he gets it done for Wake Forest, gives him a first down.
First down and 10 right at midfield. And here's a running back, Denzel Reyna. We didn't know if he was going to be able to play tonight or not. He's been injured over the last few weeks, but he comes in and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Call it second down and 10. The Wake Forest defense, though, has been tough. I think that's been the key to these 5 straight wins. They have not allowed a touchdown in 2 games, and they picked off 7 passes in those last 2 games. The 7-0 win over Leesville enabled the school to win their first conference championship ever, dating back to 2004. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, first conference championship ever. Here's a long pass downfield that's broken up there. Number 20 for Broughton, Josh Muzan, the senior, 6'3", 160. The safety came over to break that pass play up. Just beginning to read some more of my fantastic notes that I have here. Here's a replay.
And Brandon Davis is going to get popped, and Holmes has that ball taken away down the field. And there is a flag in the backfield. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but you see Brandon Davis get hit pretty hard. Let's fly, and
holding.
And it looks like a holding penalty against Wake Forest. I talked to head coach Earl Smith this week and actually came over to watch practice yesterday, which is a walkthrough on a Thursday. And they've got their goals written down on the whiteboard, and they look at them every Monday. And one of the things that they want to see out of their offense is they want to score 3 touchdowns, 21 points every week, and they grade on several things. We'll talk about it as we go through, but we talked about it all through the game last week, where it was one more time for that defense. But you know this offensive squad really wants to get after it tonight.
Fake handoff, play action pass. Davis is now going to have to put it and run. And he is sacked. Back there for the Capitals, number 78, Chris Satterwhite, the defensive lineman, 6'1", 225. And also Matt Scarborough, the defensive lineman, number 90, 6'2", 210. Both seniors coming in and making Brandon Davis's life trouble.
And one of the problems for any offense is those holding penalties are killers. And now you're going to get hit in the backfield, and it's third down, and I can't count that many. That's too many for me.
It's a long way to go.
Somebody in the truck's got it, 3rd and 30. But very tough situation when these penalties that we didn't see very many of last week, as a matter of fact. Late in the season, oftentimes you don't see them, but here in the early going, there have been a couple.
They get this one off just in time, although now the whistle sounds. It looked like he snapped it right with 1 second to go. Oh, and it's against the Broughton Capitals.
Yeah, so Broughton's going to give him 5 yards back.
Offsides on the defense. Wake Forest Roseville, this is their 7th appearance in the playoffs. They have a record of 4 wins and 7 losses. This is dating back since 1972. The records I've been able to pull up from the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Last year, they defeated Broughton 20-17, but lost to Wakefield 27-13. There's the handed off to Jordan Kramer on this run on 3rd and very long. And he gets about 5 or 6. That's about all. So it'll be 4th down, another punt for Caleb Epps, who's getting a lot of duty here tonight.
Well, you know, speaking of that matchup last year, Wake Forest, of course, played Broughton here at Wake Forest and then went on the road to Wakefield. And this year, it looks like it's Wakefield over at Leesville Road. And the winner of that game will play the winner of this game. It's kind of, as you said at the top of the show, kind of like a Cap 7 conference tournament in a sense, as these guys have to face each other in the early going. But I think it's partly a testament to how strong the Cap 7 is. And, of course, there's a lot of interest in these rivalry games in the playoffs, and certainly there's a good crowd on hand here. And perhaps these teams, changing subjects a little bit, are just a little bit rusty and a little out of whack, as it was a day off from school today, and both coaches having to go the extra mile to keep their teams on their regular routine and get them ready, and perhaps they're feeling each other out just a little bit here in the early going.
Here's the punt. Gets this one away. Nice high kick. Takes another Cougar bounce. Oh, it's touched by a Broughton player. It's still loose. It's picked up there, I believe, by Jordan Kramer. And it looks like the first big play of the game is going to go to the Wake Forest Roseville Cougars. I don't think it was Jordan Kramer now. His number wasn't down there near the ball. It was Taylor Fisher, number 25. His number was there. Not sure exactly who recovered this fumble. Here's the replay.
Well, Caleb Epps gets a good punt off, and it's drilled down the center of the field. Looks like the punt returner is going to just let that ball go, and then he decides at the last second to try to make a play on it, and the ball just gets loose, and it's literally surrounded by Wake Forest players. But
here's Kasanke trying to find running room up the middle, and finally gets down to about the 24-yard line. Pickup of about 3. We're getting the call here that it was Chris Abishire, a 5'9 sophomore, 180 pounds.
You know, Chris just came up from the JV a couple of weeks ago to join his brother Kyle, who's a senior here on the squad.
So second down. And here's the handoff. Kramer up the middle, 15, down to the 15. And he spun away. Had he been able to break away, could have been all the way. He said hi to his mom. He had a big play there on special teams. You know, in 2004, 2 years ago, it was Wake Forest Roseville defeating Terry Sanford and East Wake in a thriller of a game, 34-31, and then finally bowing out to E.E. Smith in a wild one there, high scoring 70-34. But that East Wake game, a big game, and Paul Doherty was there, and he'll tell you about that when we come back. This will be the end of the first quarter at the end of one in the St. Lawrence Holmes High School football game of the week. It is Broughton nothing and Wake Forest nothing. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to hire an employee in the Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill area? Then post your jobs on WorkTriangle.com. Posting a job on WorkTriangle.com is easier and more cost-effective than the newspaper. It's the best way to find great local candidates. Posting a job on WorkTriangle.com is easy. Employers have unlimited space to describe their jobs, and your postings can instantly be viewed by thousands of local job seekers. Post a job today and find great local candidates.
Home is a simple word, and building one can be a wonderful, exciting experience. So turn to St. Lawrence Homes. Our goal is to turn your dream home into a reality. We partner with you to give you more square footage, the most innovative designs, and the latest in designer features and technical advancements. We believe in handcrafted quality, so our standard features are considered other builders' upgrades. St. Lawrence Homes, thoughtfully designed, carefully crafted, perfectly located.
Stop by and visit Bowling Green, our newest community in Wake Forest.
And welcome back to the start of the second quarter here on the St. Lawrence Holmes High School football game of the week, exclusively on Time Warner Cable. There's the Wakefield sidelines. There's a Cougar for you, showing some team spirit here tonight. The Cougars and the Caps tied at 0. As we begin the second quarter of play, Greg Mayer along with Paul Doherty as Wake Forest has it. Second down and about 8 yards to go. Just inside the 15-yard line, or right at the 15-yard line after that Jordan Kramer run. Now it's at the 14, so call it second down and 8 at the 14. And Wake Forest deep inside Broughton territory after the Caps fumbled a punt return. And I believe the return man for Broughton actually thought he saw the football bounce off of his teammate's foot. Almost looked like it bounced off his foot, and so he went after it and went off his fingertips, and it was Chris Abishire who was there to recover the fumble. Just a sophomore up here on the varsity now, and brought up a few games ago. So call it second down and 5, and that's where they are now after that fumble recovery on the punt. Second down and 5, and here's the handoff to the big fullback. This is Kramer. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. He falls down and rolls forward to the 9 is where they spot it. And he'll be shy of a first down by about 3 yards.
And I think head coach Earl Smith's going to call timeout here as Brendan Stips. Now the entire team is over there on the sidelines. So Wake Forest with their best chance tonight, of course, coming off of that miscue in the kicking game. I think you're right, Greg. The return, it looked at first like a kind of hard decision to understand. But I think you're right. He saw that ball and go off his teammate's leg, and that's why he went for it. And Wake Forest able to get it. But
that's the fastest timeout I've ever seen.
Well, they do work pretty quickly here at Wake Forest. We've certainly noticed that. We've been caught almost unready to go, but Caleb Epps is out on the field to attempt the field goal.
It's like about 25-plus yards for this field goal attempt. Out of the hold of Brian Phillips, Caleb Epps comes in to attempt the field goal to put his team up on the board. The put down, the kick is up, it looks good. It is good. So a 25-yard field goal by Caleb Epps, and that's our first score of the football game. Wake Forest takes an early 3-0 lead. You know, this is the second quarter now here on the St. Lawrence Holmes High School football game of the week. And the first quarter went scoreless, Paul. And so now that is, as far as we know, 9 quarters where Wake Forest Roseville has held their opponents without a touchdown.
Well, it's a long, long, long way to go, and we certainly don't think that Wake Forest is going to make a field goal stand up in this game. But this Broughton offense is going to have to find a way to get started against the Wake Forest defense, and Wake Forest able to take advantage of that miscue and at least get some points and get on the board, put some pressure on Broughton. But let's see if things start to open up just a little bit. It certainly did 5 weeks ago when Wake Forest jumped out to that early lead. And then, boy, things really got going as Broughton's offense started to take over just a little bit. And it looks like Wake Forest getting ready to kick the ball off.
So Caleb Epps, and back deep, there's number 25, Lee Brown. He had a great kick return here the first time these two teams met to kind of turn things around late in the first quarter for Broughton. And this is a slow roller, and it's picked up there at about the 15, 20. By Cedarius Wright. He's hit hard and dropped down at the 25-yard line. By Burton White, looks like number 15 came over and applied the pressure. So Broughton, they started out 0-2, but they've won 8 of their last 9 games. It's just fantastic. Their only loss was to Leesville Road in a shootout, 46-38. They led actually 31-13 at halftime of that game, but a block punt and a fumble helped the Pride come from 18 points behind. They outscored the Caps 33-7 in the second half to win that game 46-38. First down and 10 for Broughton at the 26. Here's a little swing pass, and that went way over the head of number 22, Spencer Terry, and maybe Josh Bryce thought, hey, it's just too much pressure out there. I'm just going to throw this one away and take the loss of down and go to the second down.
And this is an incomplete pass, but somebody's going to get on the sideline, and it looks like it's going to be head coach Chris Martin. Good hands there on the sideline, and he looks like he's ready to go back into action anytime, doesn't he?
Second down and 10. 3-0. Wake Forest Roseville here in the second quarter. The Cougars now showing maybe a little blitz here, trying to show some different formations. And Price back to pass, has time, steps up, throws, and incomplete, and we've got a flag on the play. Looked like maybe some incidental contact, but we'll wait and see. The officials calling that one as Lamar Scott was the intended pass receiver.
I talked about the team goals that head coach Earl Smith has for his squad every week. The offense to score 21 points, have 0 turnovers, and take more snaps than the opponent. On defense, hold the opponent to 1 offensive touchdown or less, no big plays, and either score or set up a score. And it looks like they're going to be victimized here and be guilty of a pass interference call. And that's going to give, so it's not the big play on the ground, but it's certainly a big play with the mistake being made and the penalty being called against Wake Forest. And Broughton improves their field position significantly.
15 yards from the previous spot, first down and 10 from the 40. Terry in motion, Waiting for the snap. Price gets it. He's got pressure, has to get rid of it, and he throws it incomplete. Applying the pressure was number 90, Wake Forest Roseville's Travis Jones. The front four, Matt Willie, defensive end, a junior. Travis Jones, Albert Rumsey, those are seniors, a defensive end and defensive tackle. And Fred Dunston is the other tackle, number 56, a senior. The rest of the defensive core here for Wake Forest Roseville, Kevin Hartsfield is a linebacker, along with Taylor Fisher and Brian Phillips, three fantastic linebackers. And, of course, your secondary, Richard Cotton, Charles Farrell, and Burton White. Second down and 10. Perry in motion once again, and here's another blitz. This is Phillips. Price is going to air it out. It is tipped and incomplete. Looked like Lamar Scott was able to get a hand on it, but over there was number 8, Jarmal Perry, the 6'2 senior, 180 pounds. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, I didn't see the initial indication, but it is going to go against Wake Forest. So I missed the call. We'll see if he does it again for us. But
the official there just said number 10, and he was the one that was rushing Josh Price and hit him a little bit too late.
So two gigantic penalties against the defense here, allowing Broughton to pick up, 10, 20, 30 yards or so. And that's not what you want to see here in a playoff game.
That's right. 30 yards of penalties have been able to help Broughton keep this drive alive, and now they're in Wake Forest Roseville territory at about the 44. And giving the Capitals offense some confidence here. There's the quarterback, Josh Price. He is a senior. Throwing this one downfield. It is caught incomplete. Applying the hit was number 7, Richard Cotton, the safety. So it'll be second down and 10. The Broughton defense Broughton head-to-head beat Wake Forest Roseville, of course, as we said before. In that game, Josh Price had 335 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. Spencer Terry ran for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Sedarius Wright had over 200 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. So it was a lot of stats for the Broughton offense that game and all season long. That's why they're 8-2 overall. Second down and 10. Got to get the snap off. Don't know if they did. No stoppage here. Spencer Terry trying to bust through the line, and not much there.
Well, we've got a break in the action here. Let's talk a little bit about Time Warner Cable's digital phone service. With Digital Phone Unlimited nationwide calling is available to all of us here in North Carolina, the United States, and Canada for as low as $39.95 per month. That's unlimited local, in-state, and free long-distance calls. It's Digital Phone from Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
Third down and long. At the 45-yard line of Wake Forest Roseville. Price fakes the handoff, gets pressure, throws it downfield. It is incomplete. Burton White, Lamar Scott fighting for that one. And once again, another flag down. And it's going to be holding against Broughton. But once again, Brian Phillips giving trouble to Josh Price, and that is causing him some trouble on his throws, and also the offensive line as they pick up a holding call.
Well, 5 weeks ago, Wake Forest got this kind of pressure, and Josh Price got those balls off, and his playmakers made those catches. Now, this game is very young here, but in that explosive game for Josh Price, he was under pressure most of the night, and he got those throws down the field. Sometimes his balls were even batted away and ended up in the receiver's hands. So Broughton really feasting on split-second timing against Wake Forest last time, and it's not quite working out so well here in the early going.
Spencer Terry kicking this one away. It is fair caught at the 15 by Burton White. So first down and 10 for Wake Forest Roseville. Coming back the other way. They lead by the score of 3-0 here with 9:40 to go in the first half. What an atmosphere it was here a week ago in the win 7-0 over Leesville Road. To win a share of that conference title, the Cougars now leading 3-0 here in this first round playoff game. This is Reyna at the 15 and down at about the 16-yard line. A pickup of maybe a yard on the play.
You mentioned Denzel Reyna being out of the lineup for a couple of games. He had a high ankle sprain and only went full speed for the first time this week on a Wednesday practice. So he didn't even have a full week of practice. But he is in the lineup. Didn't start, but he has rotated in and out. And he certainly gives Wake Forest some real speed. And we've seen him run, especially off the right side, quite a bit. A very, very quick back.
Kasanke in motion. And the handoff goes to Kasanke, number 40. And he picks up maybe 4. Up to about the 20, so it'll be third down and 5.
Getting a look there at head coach Earl Smith. He wanted me to let people know that, his coaching staff is something that he really credits his success all through his coaching career. But here at Wake Forest right now, he's got some outstanding coaches. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second as this play gets underway.
Handoff, Kramer trying to power over that left side of the line. And he picks up a few more yards, but he'll be shy of a first down by about 2 or 3. And so they take a minute or so off the clock, and Caleb Epps will come back in to punt.
Well, in addition to some of the coaches that are head coaches across the area that have worked with head coach Earl Smith, right now on his staff, he's got 2 coaches that were offensive coordinators. One an offensive coordinator in the college ranks, Don Murray. Dick Stock, a head coach in the high school level for many years. So tremendous amount of experience, as well as some coaches that have been with Wake Forest Roseville even before Earl Smith's arrival, Reggie Lucas and Joe Kennedy, the co-defensive coordinators. And they provide that continuity and that contact with the area here, with the Wake Forest Roseville community. And head coach Earl Smith talked very highly of the coaching staff that he's able to bring here and help him prepare his teams.
So it's first down and 10 for Broughton at the 49-yard line. They got good field position. And it will be Josh Bryce faking the handoff. I'm not sure if he was supposed to do that or not. It was tremendous pressure up front. Don't know if that was supposed to go to Cedarius Wright or if it was intended to be a keeper there for Josh Bryce. We'll see what happens here. Nope, he was going to take it. And it was number 92, Albert Runze, who came in there and made that stop. That defensive front 4 for Wake Forest Roseville. Jones, Willie, Runze, and Fred Dunstan, number 56. They've been just improving week after week. So it's second down and about 14 yards. Again, showing blitz. Bryce, back to pass, has time, steps up, throws, incomplete. Overshoots number 25, Lee Brown, and so it will be third down and 14. Cougars defense here giving Josh Bryce some problems early on with the pressure, the blitzing, giving him some different looks that they haven't shown him before, and just a little off target. His timing seems to be a little off. Shotgun formation, third and long for the Caps. Fake handoff, Price will step up, throw, it is caught, first down right at the 35, and he's brought down at the 33. You don't want to leave him that wide open because he'll hurt you. And Cedarius Wright coming up with a big catch and a first down.
Well, that's a case where they don't get the pressure on Price they've been getting on him the last couple of plays, and Cedarius Wright is, as you say, just too explosive receiver to leave open out there. And he picks up the first down for Broughton.
Broughton offense tops in the state, averaging over 30 points per game. Quarterback Josh Bryce thrown for over 2,500 yards, which is second in the state, and also 18 touchdowns. Lamar Scott over 800 yards receiving and 5 touchdowns, and Cedarius Wright over 670 yards receiving and 5 touchdowns. Here's Price airing it out, going for Lamar Scott. Can he make a play? It is intercepted. Number 15, Burton White, comes up with a huge play. Well, we've been talking the last 2 weeks about this Wake Forest-Roseville defense. 7 interceptions in the last 2 games, and tonight they get a big one here.
It doesn't get any bigger, really. Just were saying that when Josh Price has time and he gets the ball down the field, his receivers have a chance to make plays. That time, Burton White is going to make that play. He's going to get that interception, and he's going to put Wake Forest back on offense.
Here's a first down play and a pass. It is caught midfield, 45, 40, and all the way down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line goes number 83, Matt Davidson, the tight end. So Davis throws to Davidson, the tight end. And we've got a first down and the biggest play of the game here for Wake Forest-Roseville besides fumble punt recovery by Chris Abishire and the field goal. So it's first down and 10 as they throw to the tight end. Here's a pitch and a run to the right. This is Reyna at the 40, at the 35, spins, still on his feet. He's brought down there. Pick up of about a few yards.
You know, that's been a bread and butter kind of play for Wake Forest, but it seems interesting to me that there's no question that they are going to stay committed to the pass. In the game against Broughton a few weeks ago, of course, the offense ran up almost, I think, 355 yards on the ground and really never went back to the pass. Felt like they didn't need to do it when they were running the ball so effectively, but here they're clearly hoping to keep the Broughton defense off balance and really work that pass. Big pass play to the big tight end, and then a little sweep to Denzel Reyna.
Second down and about 6, and flags fly here. And illegal motion or maybe illegal procedure here called against Wake Forest.
Well, another service of Time Warner Cable, of course, is Movies on Demand. You can order blockbuster movies right in the comfort of your home anytime with no late fees. Hundreds of titles available. Simply tune to channel 501 for Movies on Demand. Such titles as The Breakup, Click, Curious George with Will Ferrell. I'm a big fan of the Man in the Yellow Hat, actually. And X-Men, The Last Stand, and others.
You like the X-Men series, do you?
I do, actually. I have to admit it. I wasn't sure last week, but I thought about it, and I do. I like the X-Men.
Trey Jones inside the 35, down to about the 34-yard line. He gets back about 5 or 6 yards. Gets back a 5-yard penalty plus. That's about it. So it'll be third down and about 8. Or 7, excuse me, 3rd and 7. As the freshman picks up about 4. Kasanke in motion, and the handoff goes. Thought it might have gone to Kramer, but it goes to Trey Jones, number 14. So a pickup of a few more. It'll be third down and 2. Or excuse me, 4th down and 2. So 4th down and 2, and the Cougars are going for it. Coach Earl Smith putting confidence in his offensive line and his offensive team out there. Kasanke in motion. Davis will put his head down and chug forward, and we'll see where they spot the ball.
It looks like it's going to be pretty close. You know, normally you'd see Brandon Davis take that on a 1-yard play, and he had a little bit farther to go than that, but let's see. Looks like the ball spotted right on that, and I think they might even measure. We'll see. It looks like they're going to call timeout and do it. So I think we're just going to have to wait for it. I know we're going to get a great camera angle on it. And it looks like our field camera is actually out there on the field to get just the shot that we need as they bring the sticks across the field.
And here's that great shot. They got it. The Cougars get a first down. and continue moving the football, looking to put some more points up here before halftime with 3:52 to go in the first half. There's a guy with a great angle. Gives a little wave. We've got a lot of media here tonight for this big playoff game. You know, playoffs actually started last night as one of our local teams, here's Kasanke, running around that left side looking to find a block and wasn't able to come up with anything. But Fuquay Varina in the 4A bracket kicked off the football playoffs last night with a game against Knightdale, and they won 41-14. So they move on to the second round of the 4A playoffs.
You know, we're getting a good look there at Matt Scarborough wearing number 90 for Broughton. That was a great tackle as Kasanke couldn't get by him. And Scarborough cut him down. Kasanke had plenty of room to run if Scarborough doesn't make that tackle.
Stoppage of play here. It looks like coach is going to call a timeout. Yes, I'm not sure if he had the right players out there or not, so yeah, a quick little timeout here. And we'll be able to talk to you about Time Warner Roadrunner service. So you're tired of slow downloads? Then you need Time Warner's Roadrunner service. It's high-speed online, always super fast, and always on internet connection. You can download music and picture files quicker. Ask about Roadrunner Premium to take your internet surfing to the next level. Leave dial-up and DSL in the dust. Enjoy faster surfing and downloads, plus a superior always-on connection. It speeds up to 100 times faster than dial-up and up to triple the speed of DSL's standard package. It's all part of service from Time Warner, the power of you.
You know, we got a great angle there, great look at the crowd here at Wake Forest Rollsville. Today was a day off from school, and we mentioned that a little while ago, and I'm really glad that such a terrific crowd has come out. A lot of kids could have gone away for the weekend, but looks like they and their parents have showed up for a great football game.
Roll out on the pass. Davis looking downfield. Caught 5! And he's down to the 1-yard line. Once again, another big pass reception from Matt Davidson. And a beautiful throw from the right arm of Brandon Davis.
You know, Greg, I don't know if I can remember this many pass plays to the tight end in this offense. The split end, Johnson doing a great job and catching that touchdown last week against Leesville, but that's two big plays to the tight end.
Here's a running play, Brandon Davis, quarterback sneak. And he's in for the touchdown.
Well, a great crowd and a great celebration as their Cougars go up in this one. 2:51 left to go in the first half, and I'm sure Caleb Epps, yep, he's out on the field now, getting ready to attempt the point after.
Well, it all started with a Burton White interception in the end zone. It was first down and 10 at the 20-yard line, and a big, huge pass play from Brandon Davis to Matt Davidson. They would hook up again to get to the 1, and then Davis takes it in from 1 yard out. Caleb Epps has come on to attempt the extra point, and it is good. And folks, with 2:51 to go here in the first half, our score, Wake Forest Rollsville 10 and Broughton nothing. Epps spotted Wake Forest Rollsville to a 12-0 lead the first time these two teams met, and then Broughton came back, but it's a little different now. Wake Forest Rollsville found a diamond in the rough when they found first-year player Charmel Perry to play that cornerback spot, moving Rashard Cotton to his true position, which is a safety, and then Burton White, and they have just been picking off passes left and right. 8 interceptions over the last 3 games, including this one. And right now, a total of 8, I'm going to say 9 quarters, going on 10. where they have not allowed a touchdown, just one field goal.
And I'll tell you what, I think makes this team feel even better. That's a solid clock-eating drive that ends up with a touchdown as well. So take advantage of the turnover, yes, but also hold on to the ball, get field position, and then move down the field and get your score. And that's something obviously they weren't able to do last week even against Leesville Road, where their touchdown essentially came on a very short field. This time able to get a great drive and punch it in for the touchdown. And it looks like they're going to throw a flag at the end of that kickoff, but Broughton will have good field position as they come back out on the field. Now let's see if Broughton can open it up just a little bit.
That's right. The defense providing a lot of pressure up front and making Josh Bryce's evening a lot harder than what it was some weeks ago when they last met. And the defensive secondary with some good coverage. That last drive for Broughton, they had a pass completion to Sedarius Wright, and that's the first time they've been able to pass to him and get a completion to him all night. So they're doing a good job on him. First down and 10 at the 35 as the kick went out of bounds. Reason for the flag and the kickoff. So Bryce is rolling, is pressured, and once again throws incomplete. And pressured by number 90. As Travis Jones, the defensive end, 6'2", 220, and he's having a big night. And he was all over Josh Bryce. It was anything Josh could do just to get that ball out of his hands. Look at that great speed, and he puts him on his back. And you're looking at Josh Bryce's jersey right now. It's getting dirty, and you don't want to see that with your star quarterback.
Well, you're willing to see it if the ball's getting in the hands of receivers. That's right, the back of the jersey, showing the evidence that Wake Forest is just getting that little tiny bit of extra pressure. 5 weeks ago, they got pressure. They were on Josh Price, but Price was able to get the ball off in good position to throw. Tonight, he's throwing off balance a lot more, and they're putting him on the ground.
So second down and 10. I should mention the other safety in this Wake Forest Roseville secondary is Charles Farrell. So Farrell, Burton White, Rashard Cotton, and Jeremiah Perry. And between them, and also Kevin Hartsfield, the linebacker, at least 8 interceptions over these last 3 games. Second down and 10. Coming up in halftime, get some scores from a couple out-of-town games, playoff games tonight. One that has implications on our next broadcast. So stay tuned for that. And also, a very special announcement that we're excited about. We're going to announce that to you for you at halftime as well. 2:45 to go here in the first half. 10-0. Wake Forest Roseville with the lead. Wake Forest showing blitz. They don't do it. Now a handoff to Spencer Terry, and he's got open room. Midfield breaks a tackle. 45, 40, 35, 30. He's off to the races. One man can have a chance, and he finally does. Number 25, Taylor Fisher, throws him out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. A huge run by Spencer Terry.
Well, we said it at the top of the broadcast. Spencer Terry is a terrific threat and a great running back, and he shows it there. He runs off the left side, and Wake Forest has nobody to cover him, and then he's able to break a couple of tackles right at the same time as Rashard Cotton, and I think that was Burton White had come over to try to make the tackle, and he bounces off and almost ends up in the end zone.
64 yards later, it's 1st and 10 from the 1. Terry, right side. Touchdown, Broughton.
Well, the last time that Broughton was shut out was none times this season. They did have a tough outing against Richmond County at the beginning of the year, but still put points on the board. So they are not used to being down in ball games like this. And Broughton, on the strength of a great running play for Spencer Terry, gets in the end zone, and they are right back in it, 10-6. And it looks like we're getting set for the point after. Jeremy Shelley should be out there on the field, and he is, to set up for the point after.
Jeremy Shelley, one of the finer kickers in the state of North Carolina, puts this one through. He has now 41 extra points on the year, 9 field goals for a total of 68 points. That's up there in tops in the state. And he puts that one through easily. So with 2:27 to go, our score, Wake Forest Roseville 10 and Broughton 7 here on the St. Lawrence Holmes High School football playoff game of the week. So just like that, Broughton bounces back. Ball in another key play, a big play, was that 64-yard run by that man right there.
Yeah, I think it's fitting that Spencer Terry gets a chance to punch it in. Certainly deserved it after the big run that set it up. And Spencer Terry breaking pushing a couple of guys with him, frankly, into the end zone. But there's another look at Spencer Terry's big run as he bounces off a couple of Wake Forest defenders and then runs to the right. And finally, he's going to be pulled down by Taylor Fisher. But Spencer Terry deserving of the touchdown, and he gets it, and he puts his team right back in it.
And for the first time tonight, Jeremy Shelley, after his point-after attempt was good, will now kick it away, number 3. He'll tee it up at the 40-yard line with his team down only by 3 points. A great playoff game for you here tonight between these two teams. Don't go anywhere. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be a short one, and will be taken at about the 21-yard line by Burton White. He gets up to the 31, and that's where the Cougars will have it first down and 10 from there.
Well, last time out, Wake Forest did a great job. They produced a terrific drive, and they were able to cap it with a touchdown. It was 2 minutes and about 22 seconds left to go. So plenty of time for Wake Forest to get into scoring position, and they get a good return there and good field position.
So Brandon Davis has Jordan Kramer behind him on this first down and 10. Now be a fake handoff, and Davis will look to throw downfield. He will be pressured and has to run it downfield and out of bounds. He was pushed out of bounds there by the linebacker, Sal DeLaury, number 11, a senior 5'9", 160 pounds. So he gets up the field for about 3 yards, going on second down and 7.
And we'll take a look at his Davis looking towards his tight end once again, and he's going to get hit pretty hard as he's knocked out of bounds, but he does pick up some positive yards. Interesting to me that he's looking down there towards Matt Davidson again, his tight end.
Kasanke in motion, and he gets the handoff, and there is nothing there. Loss of a yard on the play, number 54, Matt Schuster, the linebacker, 6'3", 240 pounds, coming over and dropping him down for that yard loss. Timeout on the field for just a second. I think it's Broughton's wants a timeout here with 2 minutes to go, down 10-7. And with 2 minutes to go, Wake Forest leading by 3. It was the Cougars starting out here on the opportunity to receive a fumble from that punt recovery. And they would go in for their first score, actually a field goal of 25 yards by Caleb Epps. And then after an interception and 2 big pass plays to Matt Davidson, they would increase their lead to 10-0. But just like that, in a few seconds, I don't even think a minute elapsed off the clock, Broughton came down in 3 plays and got to within 3 points now, where our score is 10-7. And you're looking at the Wake Forest Roseville sidelines here, and the beautiful press box there in the background, and of course our location high atop Trentini Stadium. Great sight tonight for this playoff game. Here's Denzel Reyna, and he is tackled for a loss, number 40. Tim Justice, the defensive back, coming in and making that tackle, and that'll back up the Cougars even more. It'll be third down and about 12, and that's a fine open field tackle.
Talking with head coach Earl Smith last week as we got ready for this one, I asked him if he was concerned at all that his offense in the Leesville game really wasn't able to put points on the board and do what he really wanted them to do, which was keep the Leesville offense off the field. And he said, hey, our defense was playing so well, it was just, hey, one more time. And the defense went out and they got the job done. And hey, defenses That's how you build your championship teams. You build them around great defenses, and he had absolutely no fear whatsoever putting his defense back out on the field and said, hey, Leesville's defense was terrific, and we weren't able to do some of the things we wanted to do. But, Broughton showing that they can strike quickly, and he's going to probably end up putting his defense back on the field here in a second as Caleb Epps comes in to punt it. And there is time for Broughton to come down and score.
I think that's what the Cats are trying to do here too, Paul, because they have called the last 2 timeouts here to stop this clock, preserve some clock. But when they do get this ball back, it is number 25, Lee Brown, making this fair catch at the 47-yard line. So they'll have good field position when they put the ball in play here. But first, we want to, of course, talk to everybody about Sunbelt Rentals as they provide tonight's scissor lifts to enable us to get these great camera angles that Janae has as she's way atop one of those scissor lifts here tonight. So Sunbelt Rentals, for all your construction equipment needs, there's one company. It's 233-4692, Sunbelt Rentals.
I'm just glad Janae's not up there with the big overcoat on or, being absolutely drenched in rain. It's just nice to see her smiling and enjoying herself up there.
First down and 10 for the Caps. Fake the handoff, throw over the middle. It is caught at midfield. This is Torres Sanders, and he gets down to about the 45-yard line. He'll be shy of a first down by a few yards. So now there's a little something different in the Broughton game plan now, trying to throw over the middle and get their speedsters on the run.
And let's face it, put Jeremy Shelley in position to kick a field goal because he can do it.
Second down and 3. Price now will roll out to this right side. Throw on the run. It is caught at the 35-yard line. That is Lamar Scott, number 30, and he has a Broughton first down. So when you're looking at, now a minute 7 to go here in the first half, down by 3 are the Caps, but they have the ball at the 35. So right now it would be probably a 52-yard field goal. So that might be a little bit out of Shelley's range, but I hear he can kick a long field goal.
I'll tell you what, I didn't note this down, but I think they took a field goal about that long in the game they played 5 weeks ago. I think in this rematch we may see it again.
First down and 10, Price fakes a handoff, throws over the middle. It is caught once again. Sedarius Wright at the 25, and the ball is ripped out, but the whistle blew, and they're going to say forward progress had been stopped.
Now, of course, I keep talking about field goals, but Broughton getting the ball down the field, and in a second they're going to be thinking about a touchdown instead. Sedarius Wright, like you say, he's going to get tied up, and the whistle blows. You can't hear it there, of course, in the replay, but the ball gets loose after the whistle blows.
So another first down after that pass play. Price operating at their Wake Forest Roseville 25. We've got a flag flying here, and this is going to be a penalty against Wake Forest Roseville.
Looked to me like the defense stepped over the line.
Officials saying what we thought. So offsides against the defense, and now it's getting ever so closer. And with the amount of time they have, still 34 seconds, they may try for the end zone. 33 seconds and counting. Price looking over the defense on 1st and 5. Fakes a handoff, looking to throw. He's pressured. He throws. He's got a man out there. It is tipped and incomplete. What a beautiful pass. Defense there by the Wake Forest Roseville player. It might have been number 8, Jarmal Perry. We'll see it here. And there it is, number 8 getting a hand up there. He's only a first-year player, folks, but a fantastic basketball player. Great leaping ability. He used it there on that play. But he has been a key for Earl Smith to find this kind of an athlete and talent to help out this defensive secondary, and he has. Second down and 5. There's the pass. It is almost intercepted. Boy, Rashard Cotton coming from his spot, the safety spot, diving in front of that one and knocking it down. So it's third down now and 5 with 19 seconds to go. I'm sure, Paul, Coach Martin and Broughton wanting to go to the end zone at least once, and then they'll go for a field goal attempt.
Absolutely, but what they don't want to do is give up the turnover here. Absolutely, because they really do have, they're in great field goal position now. Jeremy Shelley's been very effective, and it will still be a pretty long one, but about a 37 or 36-yard field goal, I think. But they definitely want to be more conservative here.
Well, within his range. Here's the quick pass. It is caught right at the 14. Makes one man miss. Still on his feet. Down to about the 13-yard line. The clock will stop now with 8 seconds to go. Cedarius Wright wanted a touchdown on that one. And it'll be first down for Broughton. I think they may call a timeout here to stop the clock and bring out the field goal unit, or are they going to go for the end zone? It's first down and goal inside the 10. Here's the pass and the run. And look at how he makes people miss. He broke about 2 or 3 tackles there. Broke 2 tackles and also made somebody else miss.
Well, I've not ever done a very good job of reading coaches' minds, but I do think when they were in the 30, 40-yard yard line range, they were going to be content to kick the field goal and see if they could make it. Take the long field goal and just give it a shot at the end of the quarter, end of the half, and see if they might be able to tie the game up. But now that they're this close, I wonder if they might not go for the end zone, and rather than taking the short points, try to make a statement here and see if they can take the lead.
Time Warner Cable, everyone, has some new channels, some new on-demand channels. Channel 503 is the free movies on demand. You can get free movies all at your fingertips. Choose from a ton of titles, from classic movies to movies aired on Sundance. Channel 504 is Espanol on demand. Order top grossing studio and international new releases. Movies are priced at only $3.95. And then international movies on demand is Channel 505. Tune to Time Warner Cable and check out those new on-demand channels from Time Warner Cable. 10-7, first and goal inside the 10 at about the 9. Broughton's going to go for a big score here. Bryce back to pass. He's rushed. He's going to try to do it on his own. He's tackled at about the 6, and he calls a timeout. And they finally give it to him. Hold on a second. They're saying keep on rolling the clock. I thought I saw Josh Bryce signal a timeout.
Yeah, I thought they were out of timeouts.
Yeah,
and then when you say, hey, they tried to take timeout, I said, okay, I must have miscounted, but it looks like that's going to do it.
Wake Forest Roseville head coach Earl Smith coming over and congratulating his team for a nice stance there and a nice stop. So you look back maybe at this play. Do they go for a field goal as they call that third timeout and wanted to go for a touchdown instead?
That's right. I mean, they're on the road and they're trying to make a statement. Hey, we're gonna take the lead here at the end of the half, and the Wake Forest defense came up huge.
So a big stance for Wake Forest Roseville. Because of that, they still lead here at halftime by the score of 10-7. We'll be back right after this.
Trust St. Lawrence Homes to make your dream home a reality. We pride ourselves on dependable service and quality standard features in our homes. Plus, we offer so much more for your money. More square footage, more innovative ideas, and standard features that other builders consider expensive upgrades. That's our commitment to you. So for great value and great quality, turn to St. Lawrence Homes. Thoughtfully designed, carefully crafted, perfectly located in the Triangle.
Come visit Northampton and Wake Forest with 3 furnished and decorated model homes open daily.
Check this out. This is what we do for a living.
We're software developers.
With the online program from Westwood, you can train from home to design, code, and test games like this.
And this.
Can you believe that we get paid for playing games?
Train online for a career in game design. Call 1-800-317-7134. That's 1-800-317-7134. Call now.
And welcome back, halftime here on the St. Lawrence Homes High School Football Playoff Game of the Week. And at the half, our score, Wake Forest Roseville 10 and the Broughton Capitals 7. So Wake Forest Roseville used a defensive stance there with Broughton inside the 10 on first and goal, and time ran out. And Broughton was not able to put any points on the board. So we've got a special announcement, of course, as the teams come back on the field. Time Warner Cable, very happy to announce that in reaching agreement with North Carolina High School Athletic Association, we will be broadcasting all 8 state championship high school football games from around the state of North Carolina. They will be seen statewide on our new on-demand channel, 1234. That's right, 1234. You'll be able to see all the state championship football games on demand anytime you want. Service of Time Warner Cable, of course, and giving you more power to watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it. The 4AA state championship game will be played or aired live 8 p.m. from Wallace Wade Stadium at Duke and on the campus of Duke University, and that'll be on our News 14 Carolina on Time Warner Cable. So we are happy, enjoyed, and just excited about being able to bring you all 8 state high school football championship games right here on demand on Time Warner Cable channel 1234. And then, of course, the 4AA state championship game, we'll be giving that one to you live. So we're excited about that one. That'll be 8 p.m. Wallace Wade Stadium on Saturday, December the 9th. That'll be seen, of course, right away, and then on demand right after that. So that was our special announcement. Coming up, third quarter kickoff, just moments away. We also have a special third quarter guest. We'll have that for you in just a moment. Halftime score 10-7. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
Hey, North Carolina, I'm Michael Anderson.
And I'm Margaret, here at Fred Anderson Toyota, the family store.
Thanks for making Fred Anderson Toyota #1 again.
About 7 years in a row.
Because you get great prices every day on over 800 new Toyotas.
Plus, step into our sales zone for incredible savings.
Our state-of-the-art facility is designed with the customer in mind for your comfort and enjoyment.
Plus, you'll have the best car buying experience you've ever had. We guarantee it.
Come out to Fred Anderson Toyota today.
The family store.
Simple word, and building one can be a wonderful, exciting experience. So turn to St. Lawrence Homes. Our goal is to turn your dream home into a reality. We partner with you to give you more square footage, the most innovative designs, and the latest in designer features and technical advancements. We believe in handcrafted quality, so our standard features are considered other builders' upgrades. St. Lawrence Homes, thoughtfully designed, carefully crafted, perfectly located.
Our Trenton neighborhood with incredible landscaping is the first John Deere signature community in America.
Welcome back to the start of the second half, and they're here on the St. Lawrence Homes High School football game of the week. Wake Forest Roseville leading 10-7. Jeremy Shelley kicks this one away for the Broughton Capitals, and it's Burton White on the return. 35-40, 45, midfield, 45-40, 35, and he's out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Burton White with a huge run back for the Cougars of Wake Forest Roseville. And Paul, that's the way to get this second half started out right.
Well, that's right. Broughton did this to the Wake Forest Cougars right at the beginning of the game, and they got a really big return. This one's even bigger as Burton White is going to run to his right and just run away from pursuit. Jeremy Shelley is going to get blocked almost out of the play by Kosanke, and Shelley able to just kind of get in the way of White and trip him up just a little bit. But Wake Forest Roseville surviving a scare at the end of the first half, and they're in business here in Broughton territory.
And off Jordan Kramer on the left side, and he flips backwards over a tackler inside the 26, down to about the 25-yard line, where it'll be a second down and about 5 yards to go. So Brandon Davis, the quarterback, Robert Kosanke and Jordan Kramer, along with Brexton Young. Trey Jones is also out there, number 14. And, now Denzel Raina comes out, too, at that left halfback spot. And here it is, second down and 5. Kosanke in motion. There'll be a handoff to Raina, and he's off that right side. A little misdirection here, and he gets down inside the 20 to about the 19, where he will have, close to a Wake Forest first down. It is a first down for the Cougars. We've got a couple of halftime scores to pass along to you. At halftime, Leesville Road leads Wakefield 17-14. And out east, Cary High School leads New Bern 35-0. Yes, that's right, 35-0. Here's Davis on first down and 10 as they rolled out a first down. His attempt to Matt Davidson is incomplete. He's had 2 really good passes to Davidson, who's been a fine target here tonight.
And that one just incomplete. That score, of course, between Leesville and Wakefield has implications for us, as next week we'll be covering this side of the bracket here in the 4AA Eastern Division. And the winner of this game will play the winner of the Leesville-Wakefield game. As we were saying a second ago, kind of a Cap 7 conference playoff, a little mini playoff here in the state playoffs.
Second down and 10. Reyna in motion, and Davis is going to keep it himself at the 20, at the 15. He muscles his way down to about the 18-yard line, or he's finally tackled there by Matt Scarborough, the defensive lineman. Rest of the offense, Steve Jensen, Rob Mitchell, Zach Naron is the guard, along with Kyle Abishire, and the center is Alex Mayo, but Taylor Hansen, also a 6'2", 283-pound sophomore, will get in there and play as well as a backup, and the tight end is number 83, Matt Davidson. Whom we normally don't hear too much of, but tonight has made a name for himself. It is a 3rd down and 3 situation. They'll send Kaseki in motion. It's a pitch and a run. Trey Jones running right side. He dives down to the 11-yard line, where he will be shy of a first down by about a yard, but I'm sure they're going to go for it, or maybe bring on the field goal unit. We'll wait and see. Here's the run off that right side. And in coming in for the tackle, number 35, Darren Johnson.
You know, I wonder here in this situation if Wake Forest didn't decide to go for it just because Broughton went for it at the end of the first half.
That's right.
Maybe trying to answer back and say, hey, we're going to man up here and get this conversion.
Cornerback sneak. Davis is pulled from behind by Matt Scarborough, the defensive lineman, and because of that, he did not get it. Well, he was looking like he was going to get that first down, and Scarborough came in and pulled him backwards, and he did not get a favorable spot. It's going to be shy. I'm not sure what's going on here. The officials are now calling timeout. Are they going to measure it? It doesn't look like it's from here, but I guess they're going to bring out the chains anyway.
Was that Matt Taylor, number 50, that made that big stop on Brandon Davis? I think it was. And you're right.
I thought it was number 90.
Number 90. Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that one.
But I could be wrong. It is not a first down for Wake Forest Roseville. It's a first down for the Broughton Capitals. So it'll be Chris Martin and his quarterback, Josh Price, coming back out here for Broughton as they hold here. 4th down and a short yard, and they have it first down and 10 at their 11-yard line. So first down and 10 at the 11. With 9:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and a 10-7 Wake Forest lead. Back to pass goes Price. He'll swing it out here in the flat, and it is incomplete. Well, we want to bring on our special 3rd quarter guest here into the press box. And as I just get my cheat sheet, Becky Holder, who is the Assistant Athletic Director here at Wake Forest Roseville High School. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you to Paul for, of course, lining up.
Absolutely. We just
guests here.
Go after the Athletic Director, Chuck Hess, every week, and either bring him up here or have him name a worthy substitute. We're really happy to have you up here. Becky Holder, of course, the Assistant Athletic Director and Head Volleyball Coach here at Wake Forest Roseville.
3rd quarter action. This is a 2nd down and 10 from the 11. Price once again pressured. Throws, and it is tipped and incomplete. Boy, the defensive secondary again. Cotton, Burton White over there defending on Lamar Scott. So are you a big football fan?
Yes, very big.
Talk to us about what this has done for the school this year. I mean, the excitement, what Earl has been able to do with this football program, and really how the kids have been responding this week.
Everyone's very excited the last 3 years going to the state playoffs as we have. He's really brought a lot of excitement back to football. The kids are into it. As you see, we had a long line out. We have a very big crowd from Wake Forest, and everybody's really got the football spirit.
Here's a pass for Price. It is complete to Scott at the 20. And he is able to break it down the sidelines and stay in bounds. No, they say he went out of bounds. But let's see where they spot the ball. See if he got that first down. I believe he did. And a good turnout here tonight, despite being off from school today.
Right, yeah, very big turnout. I think because of the competition, Broughton beat us last time. We have a very good, with Coach Smith, usually in playoffs, when we went up against East Wake the first year and we beat them. I think that everyone's excited tonight, and we think we have a very good chance of beating Broughton.
It's just a fantastic team here that they've been able to put out on the field. Wake Forest, Earl Smith with some great coaches that he's been able to bring here and develop a great staff.
Very good.
Here's a pass once again over here on the left side. This is again number 30, Lamar Scott, the wide receiver. And they bring the ball up across the 35 to about the 40-yard line, so it'll be a Broughton first down. So 10-7 is our score.
Well, of course, the football program doing very well. Your volleyball team, though, had a great outing this year. And talk to us a little bit about how the season ended up for your volleyball squad.
We ended up second in the conference. We were 9-3. We were 15-5 overall. We made it in the conference tournament. We beat Broughton, who was first place in the conference. We beat them in 3. We went to the state playoffs, and we won the first round against Riverside and ended up losing in the second to Apex.
Talk to us about your season and what your thoughts were on the season, the girls you had coming back, and what your thoughts were on the season, and then how it turned out.
We did very well. As I said, it's the first time we've been to the playoffs. This year we had 4 teams. We got the 64 like every other sport. So 4 teams went, but we were in the second place seed, so we would have won either way. I only lost 3 girls, so out of 15, I have 12 girls returning. So I have a lot of girls back. Next year we should be even stronger than we were this year.
That's great.
So we're very excited about our season next year.
That's great. There's a pass over here on the flat right at midfield. This is number 81, a new receiver into the ball game here now. That's Philip Lefebvre, 6'2", 175-pound junior, making that catch. And once again, Broughton moving the ball here. And the replay, Price stepping into that throw. And being brought down there by Jamal Perry is Lefebvre. So first down and 10 for Broughton, and they're at the 45-yard line.
Well, one thing we know is Josh Price is not going to miss open receivers very often, and he's going to handle pressure very well. So Wake Forest doing a good job with pressure, but they've really got to step on it here.
Pressure again, and this time the defensive line is able to knock that down. Talk to us about it. You've been here for a long time at Wake Forest, Roseville High School, in the community, and a lot has changed.
I grew up in Franklinton, and I've been here since 1987. When I first came to Wake Forest, the school had about 800 students. So we have over doubled in size. We knew every student then and every teacher, and now it's pretty impossible to do that. But we still have a very close-knit school. The teachers, as you see, you've been here a lot. I know that you have. And Mr. Smith runs a really tight ship. We have a very good school. And everyone, as I said, the football has brought a lot back to that as far as spirit. So.
And in keeping that spirit, I mean, of course, with the advent of Wakefield High School a few years ago, taking some of those students away, and then next year, the new school comes in.
9th grade center academy.
Yeah, it comes in, and so that's going to take some more kids away. And
well, it's really not taking them away. We're going to have a 9th grade academy off of our campus, but they're still part of our campus. So a lot of people are nervous about that, but they're still Wake Forest Roseville High School. Okay. So we will have them off campus, but they will still be brought over here. The kids that are in the 9th grade will still be part of our academics, part of our athletics. So they're not going to be not part of our school. So.
And with the Heritage High School though that's coming on soon, will that have some reassignment
Yes,
issues?
That's supposed to open in 2010,
okay.
I believe, and I think that's going to be a lot just like Wakefield was. There's going to be a split again, but now that we're so big, I think there's going to be plenty of students to go around for everyone.
Plenty big, that's for sure. You said over 2,000?
Uh-huh.
Here's a quick pass over the middle, complete to Torres Sanders, but a flag comes down. We're here in the third quarter. St. Lawrence Homes High School football game of the week here on Time Warner Cable.
You know, I've lived in this area for a long time myself, and, you know, for instance, areas like Garner, which is, always been a suburb of Raleigh. But Wake Forest really wasn't a suburb for a long time, and it's sort of, Raleigh has sort of crept its way out this way. But when you came here, you talked about knowing all the teachers, knowing all the students, it was easy to kind of know half the people in town as well, wasn't it? I mean, things have really changed here.
Oh, yeah, it was, like I said, most of the students were from this area. They grew up in this area. Now I teach helpful living. I'm in the PE department. So one thing that I do in my health classes, I will ask how many kids have been in this area for 5 years or more, and usually not even 1/3 of those students have been here. So that's pretty much everywhere now. So they're not growing up here, they're moving in from here.
Second down and 24. Price looking to air it out. It is intercepted. Yeah. Intercepted at the 40. It is Jamal Perry. Now that's the 9th interception over the last 3 games.
And our assistant athletic director appreciates that. I like it when we hear that in the background. We don't do that sort of thing here. We maintain a pure equilibrium here in terms of. But no, you're allowed to do it though. It's your school, and that's a great play for the Wake Forest defense.
That's just a beautiful interception. Is that one thrown just a little short, and Perry was able to see that and react to it and make a great interception. So it's first down and 10, and Jordan Kramer will plow through up across the 45 up to about the 48-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll be second down and 3.
If I could ask, I know you've been here for about 20 years. This is your third season, is it, as an assistant athletic director?
Yeah.
We've had such a good relationship with athletic director Chuck Hess over the years. I was just curious, what is it like to work with him and how that relationship has sort of evolved over the years?
It's been very good. When I first got here, I coached varsity basketball, and he was the JV men's basketball. So I've known Chuck for a very long time, and I've enjoyed working with Chuck. It's given him someone else to have to take some of the pressure off of him, and for him not to have to do quite as much as he has to. We have a very good working relationship, and I've really enjoyed working with him.
Well, he tells us that his varsity basketball team is going to be great this year. Is he just kind of,
No,
is he telling us the truth?
I think he's telling you the truth. He's usually pretty honest about how his team's going to be, and I wish him a lot of luck, and I think they are going to be a lot better than they have in the last few years.
There's another run by Kramer off the right side, looking for a first down. I think forward progress will give him a first down. So 6:15 to go here in the third. 10-7, and Wake Forest off their second interception of the game, and 9th over the last 3 games. This one now by Jamal Perry. And Kramer, 3 straight runs and a first down. So taking time off the clock, keeping it away from the offense here of Broughton, who averages over 30 points per ball game, but tonight has just scored 7 and also now successfully taking some time off the clock. And a whistle here. We go to a lot of schools and they talk about their teams have been successful. They've been just some great kids as well. I'm sure some great kids on this Wake Forest football team.
Oh, yes, there are a lot of great kids. The quarterback, Brandon Davis, running backs. There are a lot of good kids out here since Coach Smith came into the program. I'm working with them. I watch his program. A lot of his coaches are in the PE department with me. So since he brought them in, not only on the field, but I've been able to see what they have done with the kids. They not only work with them on the field, but they teach them how to be young men off the field. They teach them how to succeed in the classroom. They run a really tight ship, but they teach them how to be individuals, how to be citizens. And I really respect all of the whole program. And I think that's been one big, big difference with the whole kid.
One of the things Coach Smith told us about was your football academic advisor, who's Rebecca Loom. Is that right,
That's
Rebecca
correct.
Loom? And what a fantastic job she does. And a little bit of sort of inside trivia, she's married to a Broughton football coach. So I'm sure that's been kind of fun this week.
Oh, yeah. She's very good. She comes in each day and she works with the kids. My oldest son, he's on the JV football team. So he's able to work with them.
Here's a big run by Jordan Kramer at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown! 45-yard touchdown run by Jordan Kramer. As he broke through the line, boy, just Jordan Kramer left, Jordan Kramer right. He finally broke through that line, and he scampers 45 yards for the touchdown.
And it looks like our assistant athletic director here, Becky Holder, of course, bringing luck to her team here in the early going in the third quarter, and Wake Forest Roseville with their second touchdown of the night.
All right.
And here's the extra point attempt. Caleb Epps to come on and attempt that and give Wake Forest Roseville back a 10-point lead with 5:02 to go here in the third. As we said before, halftime scores, Leesville Road leading Wakefield 17-14. And Cary traveling way out to New Bern and leading in halftime there 35-0.
Way out of it.
Talking with the SID of Cary High School, Dave Maney, who's been great in giving us scores for Cary High School football games all season long. So give him a little plug. He says, we are playing like a team possessed, and they're just, everything's clicking. And it's a talented team. They got talented players returning from a year ago, not as many. And this extra point attempt is no good. Not as many. They lost a lot of seniors, of course, but they still had a couple of good kids that came back. And Coach Ben Kolstad said, if we can get some of these guys healthy and get clicking, we can be a good team. And right now they're showing it in this win over New Bern. They're lead over New Bern, I should say. Not a win, because the game's not over with yet. There's still second half, and stranger things have happened.
Well, I'll tell you what, I covered the New Bern-Wakefield game last year in football, and I can tell you that teams here in Raleigh do not want New Bern to come back. So if Cary can pull that off, that's going to make somebody very happy here in the Raleigh area should they go to the regional playoff. Before, just wanted to mention really quickly, Matt Schuster for Broughton got up pretty slowly before that extra point attempt. As we took another look at it there, of course, that's Jordan Kramer making another big run for this offense and getting a touchdown. And good look there at
showing some speed too.
Yeah, he's strong and he's fast. And then Epps comes in to attempt the extra point, and it looks like the hold, a little trouble with the snap and hold there. But Matt Schuster for Broughton did leave the field a little bit slowly, but hopefully he'll be okay.
So 16-7 after the next extra point. And the kickoff by Caleb Epps. And he drills this one down, and it's taken at about the 16-yard line. And this is number 5, Patrick Campbell, and he gets up to about the 17-yard line. So Broughton will have it first down and 10 there, trailing by the score of 16-7. And so Broughton will come out here with their quarterback, Josh Price, and of course their wideouts, and there are a bunch of them, Lee Brown and Torres Sanders, Lamar Scott, and Sedarius Wright. 2 interceptions tonight for Josh Price. And those 2 interceptions have hurt. Burton White interception led to a eventual 1-yard touchdown run by Brandon Davis, and now Jamal Perry interception led to a 45-yard touchdown run by Jordan Kramer. So 2 touchdowns off of turnovers and 13 points off of turnovers here for Wake Forest Roseville tonight.
And that was something you don't see a lot of. That's Lamar Scott dropping a pass. Maybe the offense trying to push a little bit here, although there's tons of time left, and it's certainly not a reason for Broughton's offense to get out of sync here. But Josh Price has been pressured tonight, and he's had a few guys drop a couple passes here as they try to get it back underway here on Broughton's offensive drive. And Price is going to throw it out there once again. This time Lee Brown's got it.
Lee Brown getting by Farrell, 20-25, and looking to get a first down as he got that one up across the 30-yard line up to about the 35. So he's going to have what appears to be a Broughton first down. And as we see this replay, I want to thank Becky Holder for coming up here and speaking with us here. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's been great working with you over the last couple of years, and we're really happy to have had you up here in a booth. It's a nice view here, and we really appreciate all the hospitality that we get from your athletic department as we try to set up and our truck gets privileges over there to get ready to go, and we really do appreciate all the help
we thank y'all for coming out and taping us and putting us on there. So, thank
pleasure
you.
to be here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, that's Becky Holder, Assistant Athletic Director, and of course, head volleyball coach.
Head volleyball coach, that's right.
Wake Forest Roseville High School. We thank her for coming on and being our third quarter guest here on Time Warner Cable. And the Broughton Caps looking to kind of trim this deficit. They are down by the score of 16-7 with 4:20 to go. And it's second down and 10 as we get back to this next play here. Price looking over the defense. He's had a lot of pressure in his face all night. He sends another screen pass over here to Brown. Brown trying to get by the defender, and he does not. Looks like Taylor Fisher, number 25. And you look at Taylor Fisher's right hand there, Paul, and I'm sure we can get there you can see it's like I guess that's what the remains of a plastic cast, or I shouldn't say the remains, but that's what's left of an early season injury where he had a broken wrist or forearm or something like that, but he had a cast on early on in the season, the first couple of games that we did of Wake Forest Roseville, and you saw a big, huge cast. And now it's kind of like a leftover plastic cast to kind of help give him support. But he is, as he continues to heal, here's Price pressured, and down he goes.
Yeah, in fact, Taylor Fisher really wasn't healthy in the Broughton game that we covered five weeks ago. He's feeling much better now, and really has been outstanding. Actually, last week he was terrific against Leesville. So we've been able to force a fourth down here, and they should get good field position. So Wake Forest beginning to kind of slowly execute their offense, and of course taking advantage of some mistakes and some turnovers. But Wake Forest playing well, and the defense responding, and now a short punt is going to give Wake Forest terrific field position and another shot at the offense.
Time now to thank our sponsor on the broadcast, and that is St. Lawrence Homes. We'd like to thank everyone down at St. Lawrence Homes for just being a great sponsor, a major sponsor here on the St. Lawrence Homes High School Football Game of the Week. And each week, high school football right here on Time Warner Cable from St. Lawrence Homes. We'd like to thank them for being a fine sponsor on the broadcast. St. Lawrence Homes, providing homes that are thoughtfully designed and carefully crafted. 16-7. Wake Forest with the lead of 9 points with just about 2.5 minutes to go. And there's Davidson again inside the 20 to about the 18. Boy, you look at the dangerous receivers of this football game, and to be honest, you have to think of Cedarius Wright, Lee Brown, Lamar Scott, Torres Sanders. I mean, guys from Broughton High School football's team. And tonight it's been number 83, Matt Davidson.
Matt Davidson has been great. Brandon Davis has been looking at him almost the entire night. He's just a junior, and another big catch.
And this one's going to be the sure hands of the senior Jordan Kramer, who already has a 45-yard touchdown run here in the third quarter. And here's the replay. Here's Davis just rolling out to his left, throwing against the green, and he throws a beautiful spiral to Matt Davidson inside the 20 all the way down to about the 18-yard line.
I think one of the keys here is that the three receivers that you saw in that screen were Jordan Kramer, the fullback, and Kasanke, who's the halfback. So it's guys coming out of the backfield,
right,
and they're able to sell a little bit of that play action. And Brandon Davis rolls to his left and has his tight end open.
Pass over the middle, Davidson incomplete. Oh, yeah, they have utilized the tight end here tonight, especially on the passes. You know, we talked a couple weeks ago, we did the Middle Creek Athens Drive game. We talked with Coach Ron Pendergraft. And Coach Pendergraft, who learned his wing tee offense from Earl Smith right here at Wake Forest Roseville when he spent a year here 3 years ago as the defensive coordinator. Earl Smith sold him on this wing tee offense, and Coach Pendergraft said, hey, look, people think that this is a run offense, but we can throw from this. And tonight, Brandon Davis is hooking up there with Matt Davidson on some key plays. And Davis running out of pressure here at the 30, and he may tuck it and run. No, he hammers the tackler down at the 15. And he gets down to about the 14. Number 4, Joe Valari, the linebacker, coming up and taking a hit there.
Well, that was a mutual hammering. I think we'll probably get a look at the replay here, but Brandon Davis, as you say, not finding anybody open, and he gets chased a little bit, so he decides to turn and run, and Valari's going to come up, and man, what a collision.
It was a collision. And he horse tackled him down. So here's the attempt at a field goal now as Wake Forest Roseville on 4th down and about 4 yards are going to try to attempt the 30-yard field goal from Caleb Epps. Snap, the put down, the kick is up. It is no good. It looked like it might have been long enough, but it was wide to the left. So with 41 seconds to go here in the third quarter, Wake Forest Roseville with a 16-7 lead.
On the point after a little while ago, they had a little trouble getting the ball down, and that replay, it's a little tough to see. But it looked like the holder knew right away that was going to be off the mark. Not sure if Caleb Epps just kind of pushed it to the left, or if maybe they had a little trouble getting the ball squarely down.
Didn't look like it came off his foot very good. A little sidewinder. So Broughton will take over a 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And here's a little pass out here to Cedarius Wright, and he is thrown out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. Burton White providing the coverage, but a pickup of about 4. Call it 2nd down and 6 as time is running down here in the third quarter of our football game. As we said before, other games on tonight. Cary leading New Bern 35-0. That was a halftime score. We'll be getting a third quarter score, I would believe, soon. Price back to pass as he was rushed. Throws it out here in the flat to Cedarius Wright. He's taken out of bounds at about the 28, maybe the 29-yard line, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So we have played 3 here on the St. Lawrence Holmes High School football game of the week, and at the end of 3, Wake Forest Roseville 16 and Broughton 7 right here on Time Warner Cable. We'll be back for the fourth quarter of play in just a moment.
At St. Lawrence Homes, we give you the best of all worlds. We're a local builder that's large enough to offer you the advantages of both price and quality while providing dependable service and custom quality features in our homes. You'll find we offer you much more for your money. More square footage, innovative designs, and standard features that other builders consider expensive upgrades. St. Lawrence Homes, thoughtfully designed, carefully crafted, perfectly located.
Wish you could wake up in a new place with a new career? You can! Why not take a look into an affiliate of Le Cordon Bleu Schools North America? You can get a fresh start in a fresh city in the in-demand culinary industry. You could have fun working at restaurants, hotels, and resorts in some of the best cities in the world.
Call now for a complimentary brochure. Operators are standing by. Call toll-free 800-761-0593. Call now.
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter here on the St. Lawrence Holmes High School football game of the week, exclusively on Time Warner Cable. And our score at the end of 3, beginning of the fourth, Wake Forest Roseville 16 and Broughton 7. Here's a run by Spencer Terry and 3rd down and a yard, and he picks up the 1st down. At Time Warner Cable, your home for the North Carolina High School State Championship football games. All of the 8 championship football games, the 1A, AA, 2A, AA, 3A, AA, you get the picture, I guess.
No, go ahead and tell me about the 4 AA and the 4 AA. That way I get the complete picture.
Will be seen on demand. So it'll be taped and then played back later, or available for you to play back anytime you want to on our new Carolina on-demand channel 1, 2, 3, 4. That's, yep, it's high up there. It's not 1, 2, 3, or 4. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 all together. That'll be coming up after Well, it's not available now. It will be after December the 9th. The games, of course, state championship games are played on Saturday, December the 9th. And we'll be broadcasting, or rather telecasting, all of those games for playback on demand. Although the 4AA state championship game will be played live on News 14 Carolina. And Jarmal Perry steps into that pass and intercepts it. His second interception of the night and third of the game for the defense of Wake Forest Rolesville.
And this is what they did against Leesville Road last week, creating turnovers, but they weren't able to do it to Broughton 5 weeks ago. Keep harping on this, but this game is a rematch, and this game is not going the same way. That game, of course, was a tremendous shootout. 47-30 was the final score. And I don't think we're going to go that far here. And Wake Forest, of course, we'll see what they do here as we get back to action. Denzel Reyna with a carry for a couple of yards off that interception. We don't know if Wake Forest will score, obviously, but Wake Forest obviously able to maintain possession, run the clock, and of course nurse this lead. It's only 16-7, and in high school football, that's not much of a lead, and certainly not against a team in Broughton High School that's scoring over 30 points a game now.
Right, you wonder when they're going to turn on the afterburners and put some points on the board. They can score quickly, but they've only done it once tonight. The Wake Forest Rolesville defense has kept them in check. 2nd down and 9 after the yard gain by Reyna. And here's a run by Kasenki, and he gets nothing. So it'll be 3rd down, but we are in the 4th quarter with 10:40 to go. It will be 3rd down and 9 for Wake Forest Rolesville, and they've scored on 2 of the interceptions that they have tonight.
Greg, you mentioned those state championship games that'll be covered, and one of the really great things about that, too, the venues. Those games we played at Wallace Wade Stadium at the campus of Duke, Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, Keenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, and Wake Forest University, of course, hosting one of the championship games as well, or 2 of them. So just great venues and great excitement. And it's been a long time since we had these championship games on television here in North Carolina.
Davis caught from behind by Matt Taylor, the defensive lineman, number 50. And short of a first down, it'll be 4th down and about 5 or 6. And we'll get another look at this play. Davis just rolling out, looking downfield, and gets pressure and tries to tuck it and run, and is not able to come up with it. There's a timeout on the field, and we'll take a timeout too. 16-7 is our score. 9:47 to go in the football game. And we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Michael Anderson.
And I'm Margaret for Fred Anderson Toyota at the Family Store.
The new 07s are rolling in to Fred Anderson Toyota.
Hundreds of gas-sipping Toyotas are going straight into the clearance zone.
The redesigned U07 Camry is now $18,488. Lease the new 07 Corolla for just $199 a month. Or save up to $4,000 off the MSRP on Siennas. All in the clearance zone.
Log on at FredAndersonToyota.com.
Come out today to Fred Anderson Toyota, the family store.
Home is a simple word, and building one can be a wonderful, exciting experience. So turn to St. Lawrence Homes. Our goal is to turn your dream home into a reality. We partner with you to give you more square footage, the most innovative designs, and the latest in designer features and technical advancements. We believe in handcrafted quality, so our standard features are considered other builders' upgrades. St. Lawrence Homes, thoughtfully designed, carefully crafted, perfectly located.
Stop by and visit Bowling Green, our newest community in Wake Forest.
And welcome back to the 4th quarter here on the St. Lawrence Homes High School football game of the week. Wake Forest Rolesville leading Broughton by the score of 16-7. Greg Mayer along with Paul Doherty here on Time Warner Cable Channel 24. And on 4th down and 5, Wake Forest Rolesville's Brandon Davis rolls out to the right and throws a complete pass. And here is the replay of that pass. Got a man all the way down there and caught. Looked like number 86 came into, or 85, Brennan Stevenson. Trying to get another
look at it here. I wasn't able to pick it up myself. Brandon Davis rolling out to his right, fires right into the corner there, and 1 foot in, and it's 86. 86.
It's going to be
Torrey White.
Yeah, Torrey White, a 5'9", 150-pound sophomore.
And man, Torrey with a crash landing as well at the end of the track. What is that? The long jump hit over there.
Long jump, triple jump. So Torrey White comes in, a sophomore, makes a huge play. Here's Davis rolling out to the left, tosses it. Touchdown! Jordan Kramer, 3-yard touchdown pass. And Wake Forest is looking to put a nail in the coffin of the Broughton Capitals here tonight and advance on to the second round. Still just under 9 minutes to go in this game. The way that their defense is playing, it's going to be hard to get some points.
Well, so far, Wake Forest does such a good job picking the ball off, and now you know Josh Price is going to be in a throwing situation over and over again, but this time the Wake Forest defense can take even more chances to go after him. So it's going to be a tough piece of work for Broughton's offense when they get the ball back, but hey, they can do it.
The extra point, and it is good. So the score is now Wake Forest Rolesville 24 and Broughton Capitals 7 here in this fourth quarter with 8:57 remaining. Wow. Wake Forest Rolesville defense, they kind of maybe lull you to sleep with a little bit of misdirection, run to the right, run to the left, and all of a sudden Davis rolls out to the right. And, Earl Smith said his passing game has been working really well the last few plays, or I should say last few games. It's been working really well, and it's working well tonight.
Yeah, we're taking a look at this touchdown. It's Brandon Davis, a little quick play fake, and then looks like he's going to try to take it himself, and then just kind of tosses it to Jordan Kramer. And this crowd's still on its feet, and pep band here, keeping the student section excited.
And the extra
Caleb Epps getting it, that's right.
Running through, 23-7 is the right score. I wrote down a 17, but there was only 16 in my little cheat sheet here. So 23-7 is the score. What was once a 9-point lead is now a 16-point lead here for Wake Forest Rolesville. So 16 points brought them down with 8:51 to go. And Josh Price and the Capitals needing to score and score quickly here.
Well, we saw it happen on their first touchdown. Spencer Terry broke one down the field, and they punched it right in. So, and we saw it a few weeks ago as Broughton, their offense is absolutely explosive. Now, they have struggled a little bit against the Wake Forest defense, the secondary playing very well, but Broughton by no means out of this one.
The Caps have a hill to climb, and it's Price throwing it out here, and a catch, and then a pitch to Spencer Terry, who was running down the sidelines. I thought that was defended pretty well there by Wake Forest Rolesville as he picks up about 13 yards and a first down, but usually those plays can go for big yardage.
And there's no doubt that Broughton was hoping this one would as well. Quick pass out in the flat to Lee Brown, and he just flips it to Terry.
And Jarmal Perry there to make the tackle. Perry, big tackle, 2 interceptions, just playing a great game here tonight. So first down and 10 at the 44-yard line. Another score update we've got coming to you right now. At the end of 3, Leesville Road leads Wake Forest by the score of 24-14.
That's Wakefield. Leesville ahead of Wakefield, yeah. And that, of course, has implications for next week. A win, of course, for Leesville will see them at home against the winner of this game. If Wakefield can come back, they're going to be on the road, and they're going to play either at Broughton or Wake Forest, depending on the outcome here.
And we've got the brackets for you here, where we're going to, of these 4 teams, these 2 games, we'll bring them up here for you right after this play. Kind of give you a look at the brackets and where we are going to be next week. Second down and 10 after the incompletion. Price Airing it out, he's got a man. It is caught at the 48. And then Lamar Scott brought down by Burton White. But I believe he gets a first down. So it's Leesville Road leading Wakefield at the end of 3, 24-14. And again, another score update here in the Cary-Newbern game, where at the end of the half, it was Cary 35, Newbern nothing. And there's a look at our North Carolina High School Athletic Association playoffs, the St. Lawrence Holmes High School football game of the week on the road next week. And if Leesville wins, then one of these two teams here tonight will be on the road at Leesville next week. Price slinging it out here to Lamar Scott. He catches that one and drops down at the 44-yard line. I mean, there's a number of different scenarios if you look at that. Wake Forest Roseville wins if they hold on and win, and Leesville holds on and win. Well, then Wake Forest Roseville will play at Leesville Road. If Wakefield comes back and wins, of course, they'll come right back here and play at Wake Forest Roseville. But then, of course, if you throw Broughton in there, Broughton would go to Leesville Road or have a home game against Wakefield. So those are the number of different scenarios. Right now, Wake Forest Roseville leads 23-7, and Kevin Hartsfield and Fred Dunstan combine on that tackle to drop Spencer Terry down for no gain on the play. So it's third down and about 12 yards to go here with 7.5 minutes to go. And there's Dunstan, and then Hartsfield comes in to help out right at the end of that play. So third down and 12, a long third down situation here for Broughton. Price has plenty of time, throws downfield, he's got a man and an acrobatic catch at the 12, and he's carried down to the 9 by Taylor Fisher. It is Torres Sanders, number 21. And when you give Josh Price time, he can hurt you.
I'll tell you what, Torres Sanders runs a great route. I happened to pick him up and watch him down the field. I think the replay may be picking this up as well. We'll see. Josh Price looking down the field. And great throw. And he's just going to come back to it. What a terrific catch there.
Was a fantastic catch.
And, hey, that's a big play for the Broughton offense. And 7 minutes, a little less than that, but still plenty of time. Broughton wants to punch one in quickly here. But as I said, hey, don't go anywhere because Broughton can certainly do it.
They have a hill to climb. Not much time to do it, but they're starting out. Here's Price slinging it over here. It is caught at the 4 and dropped down, or else Lamar Scott would have gone in for a touchdown. And he knows it. He expressed his frustration there. So it'll be a second down and goal, this time from the 3. He caught that one, and just enough of an arm tackle there from Burton White, or Lamar Scott would have had 6. Time ticking away. Wake Forest Roseville showing blitz. Here they come. Price throws. Caught. No, it's not caught. Looked like Lamar Scott had it, but when he went to the ground, it popped loose. So it's third down and goal.
I'll tell you what, I think he might, well, we'll see if the ball was perhaps tipped, but Josh Price getting the ball where it needed to be caught. And Broughton missing out on a chance to score that time, but still have another 2 cracks at it here with about 6 minutes to go.
Just a little bit
drilled in there, but as always, good defense. Great pressure all night long. Guys are just all over these receivers. Burton White that time with the play.
Price throws in the dirt again. Intended for Lee Brown, and he wasn't able to come up with it, so it's now fourth down.
Well, Greg, I will admit, if Wake Forest's defense is able to get this stop, now, of course, a field goal is still valuable here. It's a 3-score kind of comeback here that Broughton's trying to mount. So, but they're going to go for the touchdown here, and not unexpectedly. 2 passes in the end zone essentially dropped. And here's a shot at it.
Price pressure throws incomplete. And Wake Forest Roseville will hold on 4th down.
And Earl Smith, head coach of the Wake Forest Cougars, out on the field to congratulate his guys, defensive coordinator out there. And man, what a big stop for the Cougars defense. And they're going to take over the ball inside a 5-yard line, so they're going to have to execute. We've seen problems for teams all year long when they're backed up that close to their end zone, but Wake Forest with a very strong running game, and their very big fullback Jordan Kramer, who's been so good tonight.
That is the second 4th down and goal situation that the Cougars have stopped here tonight, and they'll give it to Jordan Kramer and let him kind of start the clock running down with 1:15 to go here in the football game. Score update: Cary High School leads New Bern High School 49-12. Can you believe it? The Imps and head coach Ben Kolstad have to be ecstatic with 1:15 to go, leading New Bern by the score of 49-12.
New Bern, of course, last year, the runner-up in the 4AA state championship game. So an outstanding program down there, and Cary, a serious underdog in that game.
And here's a run by number 42, Jordan Kramer. Cary, the number 13 seed at 6-5 overall. A couple of those wins coming to them via virtue of forfeiture. One against Leesville Road, of course, and then one in Northern Durham. But they are using it tonight. That 13 seed against number 4 seed New Bern with a record of 9-2 on their own home field. You have to wonder, being a playoff game, these are kids that had the day off from school. Maybe they just weren't focused on this one game. You got to be focused on this one game, and Wake Forest Roseville has been tonight. Here's Kramer busting through the line up across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. He picks up about 7 yards, call it 2nd down and 3.
And this is the kind of stuff that warms the heart of the offensive coordinator for Wake Forest. The ball given to them on a 3-yard line, but they get a 1st down, and they pick up 8 yards, 7 to 8 yards on their 1st down run. And now the offense, if they can avoid the turnover, can begin to sort of confidently bring this one home.
Here's Kosenki around the end. He's at the 25 up to the 31, 32-yard line and has a 1st down for Wake Forest Roseville.
And once again, Wake Forest converting and getting a 1st down. That, of course, they stop the clock temporarily to move the chains, but Wake Forest will get the clock running again. Kosenki running to his left and getting hit hard, but he covers the ball, makes sure he doesn't fumble it. And Wake Forest in good position. 1st and 10 from their 31-yard line. Brandon Davis is going to work under center, as he has most of the night. And I don't think we're going to see too many pass plays in this situation, Greg.
I don't think so either. Here is the running play, number 42, Kramer. Not many passing plays at all. It'll be a run, Kramer left, run, Kramer right, as time starts to wind down here with 3:20 to go. So Cary High School, they can hold on and win, which I'm sure with 1:12 to go and up 49-12, they will advance to the 2nd round to take on the winner of the Southeast Raleigh Fayetteville 71st game. Both of those schools at 8-3 overall. 71st, number 12 seed, Southeast Raleigh, number 5 seed, and that game being played here in Raleigh. Here is a run by Kramer, right side, and he runs off a few more yards. 2:49 to go now. Wake Forest Roseville leading 23-7. A win here, and they would travel to face either Leesville Road or Wakefield, but at the end of 3, Leesville Road led at Wakefield 24-14. So a good possibility next week we'll be traveling to Leesville Road for a rematch.
Rematch number 2, huh?
Of what was a great game.
That's right. Wake Forest losing to Broughton 5 weeks ago. Looks like they're going to win this one. and beating Leesville on Friday night to get a share of the Cap 7 championship as Brandon Davis rolls left and picks up enough yards to make it close. It looks like they're going to mark the ball around a 42-yard line, a little over the, well, with a good spot. I think it'll be a first down. Now they're indicating. And Brandon Davis running to his left, running out of trouble, and then reaches out for the first down.
Cameron did a great job at backpedaling there, just in case. Good shot at the happy sidelines here at Wake Forest Roseville's Trentini Stadium. A lot to cheer about tonight as their Cougars lead 23-7 with a minute 52 to go. Brandon Davis, the senior quarterback, sends Trey Jones in motion. Hands off to the senior Kramer. Breaks a tackle. Midfield, 45. First down as Kramer looking to go over 100 yards tonight. He's going to be close to it. And that big 45-yard touchdown run.
And, of course, Wake Forest now just really feeling it here. They're going to protect that lead. 23-7 is the score. 1:39 is the time remaining as Broughton decides to call timeout. It looks like head coach Martin out on the field talking to his guys. But as you mentioned a second ago, whether it's Leesville or Wakefield, it's essentially a Cap 7 championship of sorts here in the playoffs, as 4 Cap 7 teams playing each other in the first round. Looks like Wake Forest, of course, is going to win this one. And do we have an update on the Leesville Wakefield?
We do have an update on the score. Just took the phone call. I'd like to thank Kevin DeLulo for passing along this information for us. Leesville Road winning tonight and advancing on to the second round. 31-14 the final there. Sometimes cell phones are great and sometimes just cannot come through. But 31-14 the final there, and it looks like Cary has defeated New Bern tonight. We'll get a confirmed final for you in the postgame show coming up next. Here is number 14, Trey Jones, and he gets up across the 42-yard line. So a minute 28 and counting, and let the celebration begin at Wake Forest Roseville, as they are up by 16 with now a minute 16 to go. Cougars will run their record to 8-4 overall and win yet another conference game, but tonight a playoff game, not a conference game. Here's Jordan Kramer up the middle, and he barrels inside the 35 down to, 35 down to about the 30-yard line. Sorry about that.
Hi, this is Chuck Peters for you.
But good enough for a first down. And the high fives and the celebration on the sidelines. Head coach Earl Smith bringing that winning tradition to Wake Forest Roseville, and they win the first-round playoff game tonight against a very talented, well-coached, tough ball club in Broughton. They hold the Caps, who score over 30 points a game, to just 7. And this time, Davis will just drop to the knee. And that'll about do it. The final score, Wake Forest Roseville 23 and Broughton 7. And next Friday night, round 2 of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association playoffs will travel to Leesville Road as the Pride and the Cougars will rematch. Telling the crowd here in attendance to not rush out on the field. That is the end of the ball game. Final score, Wake Forest Roseville 23, Broughton 7. Another great defensive performance tonight. 3 interceptions. Now on the scene of the last 3 games, Wake Forest Roseville has picked off 10 of their opponent's passes. They've had 10 interceptions, 2 tonight for Jeremiah Perry, 1 for Burton White. Jordan Kramer had 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 passing, receiving that is, and Brandon Davis had 2 touchdowns as well, 1 passing and 1 receiving. Coming up the postgame show, we'll have a look at some final scores and also kind of talk to you about our next game and show you a look at those updated playoff brackets that we have for you.
Alan, you getting a good signal?
And then talk to you about, of course, the St. Lawrence Homes Game of the Week next week. That's all coming up on the post-game show. The final score here from Trentini Stadium, Wake Forest Roseville 23, Broughton 7. We'll be back after this.
Home is a simple word, and building one can be a wonderful, exciting experience. So turn to St. Lawrence Homes. Our goal is to turn your dream home into a reality. We partner with you to give you more square footage, the most innovative designs, and the latest in designer features and technical advancements. We believe in handcrafted quality, so our standard features are considered other builders' upgrades. St. Lawrence Homes, thoughtfully designed, carefully crafted, perfectly located.
Come visit Northampton and Wake Forest with refurnished and decorated model homes open daily.
Need a local job? Need a better local job? You'll find it on WorkTriangle.com. WorkTriangle.com is a new employment website dedicated to the Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill area. WorkTriangle.com is free and easy to use. Search job openings at the best companies in the Triangle area, or post your resume online and let employers find you. WorkTriangle.com. Log on and find your new job today.
Welcome back to the post-game show here on the St. Lawrence Homes High School Football Game of the Week. First round of the playoffs, and Wake Forest Roseville wins tonight here at home by the score of 23-7. Now down on the field, a victorious head coach Earl Smith along with our own Paul Doherty.
Hey, thanks, Ray. This is Paul Doherty down on the field with head coach Earl Smith. Coach Smith, the first ever Cap 7 championship for Wake Forest Roseville, and he followed up with a first-round win in the first round of the playoffs against Broughton High School.
Yeah, this is a great win for our program, winning the conference for the first time, and the defense tonight, again, to hold them to 7 points. We did what we had to do on offense, and I was so proud of our offense with Brennan leading us on the throwing and passing game, so we did a great job.
Well, everything we saw tonight seemed to work for you guys. Looks like you'll be facing Leesville Road, so the second half of the Cap 7 tournament championship goes on.
Cap 7 tournament, yeah, that's what we're going to call it. But, they've got a great program, and we're going to celebrate this win tonight and move on to next week, and, we keep getting better.
Well, thank you very much, Coach.